And this week we're going all Halloween again. So I got some cute wee lollipops. They come in all different faces. They're really hard. Not good for their teeth at all. But I mean, the parents can throw them in the bin or whatever. It's just a wee bit of fun. They're called spooky lollipops. I think they came out of Poundland this time. Some of you had asked the last time. So you do get a lot of stuff in B&M, Home Bargains and Poundland. Them's the places to go if you're just looking something to decorate up. I mean, it's only Halloween. It's not Christmas or anything. You don't want nothing too spectacular. But this, you can see, you only can't because I've closed them up. And I think you can see it on this. One of them is a pumpkin sort of head. The other, Frankenstein here. This one was a bat. It's a bat shaped. Should have kept them out for you, but I can't now. And this one was a ghost shape, so nice ghosty wings and stuff. So I went Eek and this from the lovely Tricks and Treats. There's plenty in there to decorate up. So I'll use the Frankenstein head next for this one. And I used the wee Dracula one. I used the house on this one for the ghosty one. And on the back you can see I did my ghost upside down. So remember to keep your paper facing the right way. I've also used alphabet set so that I could put their names on each of them so they all know who's getting what. This one, I cut a wee slip of black and wrapped it around it, stuck it on. You can do that if you want to decorate it up. It isn't bad, like a little bit fiddly to do. And I used one of those two-way glue pens to put on the back because it's just a wee slip of black card, you know. But it's another idea if you want to dress them up. And that's the alphabet set. I just stamped out their name and stuck it on. And the dies that I'm using to cut the nice shape is the countryside corners, and we're going to have to extend them because they're not long enough for my lollipops, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So I think they're really cute. The papers are from, some of them are from Subtle's papers and some of them are Brights. So you can get those packets. They're 6 by 6 inch and I buy them every year. I just love them. They're really versatile, you know. So we'll set these out of the way and get ourselves set up. So what you're going to need to start you off for the base of the lollipop holder. I made this to fit all of them. Some of them are wider lollipops, so it did go wide, even though this one's not as wide. But it suits them all. It saves you farting about with too many measurements. So you need 7 inches long by 2.5 inches wide in the black. You need 2 pieces of your chosen DSP. This one I think is Lemon Lime Twist or else Granny Apple Green, one or the other. I can't remember now. But you need 2 pieces, just 2 inches wide of your 6 inch piece and cut it in half. So you have 2 3 inches. You're going to trim them down another wee bit. Stamp the child's name if you want and back it onto black. You need a wee tiny piece for the lollipop holder inside, which just keeps it from rattling about. You can see that wee block there. Really easy, and it supports this and keeps it closed down for you. So you're also going to need the 2 dies from that particular one. Particular set. What size are these dies? The biggest one is just over 4 inches, 4 1/4 or 4 1/8. So do that one and the one below it. If you haven't got those, just cut it and mark it, score it in the centre of your card, leaving a 1/2 inch, and you should be all right. I just fancied using a nice wee edge to make it prettier looking, you know, not prettier, but spookier. So get yourself, I'm going to do this with my wee cutter here, bring it over so you can see how I've done this in case you're not sure. So I've got my wee tiny one, which is great for sitting on my desk. So get the top end of your card. I'm hoping you can see this, it doesn't go out of. We're going to set it on here. We're only cutting the top end. We're not going through to the bottom. I'm going to zoom out a wee bit so I can get more of you in. You might see my legs there, but just ignore them. So take your biggest die, right? Set it up to the very top and line it up to either side. It doesn't have to fit perfectly, but try and get it nice and straight. My pure die has been cut that many times, begin to bend them. So use washi tape if you're not confident putting that down, and then put your other plate over the top and press it down. Make sure everything is lined up side by side. You're going to run it through, but you're only going to run through to about here. Don't go right down to the bottom. You're just going to cut the shape out. You don't want to do that. So we're going to pat it through and you'll see where I stop. So I'm not going any further. I can see the whole tail end of that. So just wind it back. It's a great way of extending your days. You'll see this wee bit is ready to pop off. So just rip it at the edges there. And you've got the part of it cut. So turn it round now and put the other straight edge in and do the same again. Being sure not to cut any further and just line it up best you can, keeping that to the very top there. Oops. Should use washi tape, but I'm too lazy to be bothered. And I'm going to pay the price, aren't I? So put that in again. Slap it down. Make sure everything is stayed nice and straight. Run it through. And again, stop and get to a certain length. So you don't want to go past those corners, you know, at either side there, because you know it's just going to be too far. And again, just pull those. And you'll see that you have just those two tiny wee bits at either side. And you just get your scissors and trim them off. I really need to clean the plates, don't I? They're very murky. So that is that now completed. So set that to one side. Get your smaller die, the one that goes just immediately after that. And we'll cut these while we're here. So get your pieces of paper. And again, set it to the very top. And you don't need to worry about going in your second time because you're not cutting the bottom at all. Set your plate on, hold it steady, and in you go. So you can go right through this time. You're left with your wee bit and your shape is cut. So you want to do that to both of your pieces. Line it up, slide it in. And that's your cuttings done. Ready for you to get on with. So I'll get all these out of the way. Put my dies away. And now you want to go back to this. And we're going to do a bit of scoring on it, just a slight bit of scoring. Oops, slide it in and go down to 3 1/8. I'll better zoom you back in again. Okay, so 3 1 wee notch. Make sure it's butted up. And then swish it around and do the exact same. 3 1 wee notch. And that's you with your centre bit done. So just give it a score. Just make sure it's all lining up nice. And then score it. Same with the other side. And then we're going to add our papers, but these need a wee tiny trim, just simply because I allowed enough for you to make mistakes or whatever. So line that in, put your cut edge up to 2 6/8 and chop it off. Same with this side, 2 6/8. And that's those ready to go. And we want to do a wee bit of stamping on them just. So get a piece of scrap paper that you stamp on. Bear in mind, this is the bottom. That's where I went wrong last time. Forgot to turn them around. So these will sit like so. So you want your stamping run this way. And I'm going to go with stars for this one. Don't ask me why, but I am. He's out in the dark night, isn't he, this boy? So I'm going with VersaFine because I'm stamping it over a VersaFine because it gives you a really good pickup of the shape. It's good for like wording. It comes out really clear, but I like it for if I'm stamping over patterned paper. It just comes out that wee bit darker from it, whereas the Memento doesn't. So I'm just filling the space with the stars and stamping off the edge, you know, so it looks a bit more realistic. So you're just doing that to both. Excuse me, I've got the sneezy, so I'm going to do the other one. Come straight back to you. Right, we're back. Fresh freesia this time. Sure, aren't I great trying all this out for you, so you don't have to. And get up again. I don't know how juicy this fresh freesia is. It's pretty juicy. So he's going to be a bit spotty like the green one, but I'm past caring now. If you give that a good press, it sometimes disperses the ink a bit better for you. Not too bad, here's not. I'm actually going to turn him upside down this time so I can see his hairline. Will that make sense? I'll go again. So we're going upside down just so that I can see where his hair is. Just got that bit in and no more. Finally, I think I'm happy with it. What do you think? Was a day's work. So what I'm going to do now is actually cut. I'm not going to cut right in with this one. I'm going to leave him a wee bit of white going around. If I don't like it, I'll cut it. So I'll be back in. So that's him cut out. I don't think he's too bad at all. I think I'll spot my video. Right, so get your wee paste that I told you. It measures 2 inches by 1/2 inch. And you want to go in and score it first. I'm going to turn this upside down so I can get at it. Score it at 1/4 inch. Then go to 3/4 inch. And then go to 1 1/4. And then 1 3/4. To give you that sort of wee score line shape. Oops. So we are getting there. You think after making 3 before this, I'd be doing this blindfolded, but score the 2 3/4 inch flaps up. And then for your next one, score it down. Score it under, I should say. Score the left hand side under. Give it a wee score, and it gives you that kind of shape. And that's what you need for your lollipop. We're going to decorate it now. So just glue these in place. There is a set of dies goes with the tricks or treats. I didn't have the funds to buy them, so I just have to cut out. But you manage okay. You can't have everything, sure you can't. So again, stick one to back and front. Just leave the same amount of space around. And that is you ready. We can now stick this boy on. I'll put a few. I think I'm happy enough with the white around the edge. It is for kids. Actually, stick your egg on first if you're doing this egg at the bottom, so that you'll know where to set the face at the top. Oops. I think I need a cup of coffee or something. Right, set that there. That's that done. At the back, you can put his wee name on if you're putting it on. I think it's nice when you personalise them for him. So that's Tom's. Now you want to put your lollipop in. For this, I'm just going to secure it with a wee bit of tape runner, just on the very back there. Pop that up so that you know it goes into that fold, so it doesn't go any further than that. And get it in the center. And just give it a wee press. Just be careful you don't break it. Now get your wee bit that you've made, and on the 2 3/4 inch flaps, put some Tomboy glue or good secure glue, whatever you use. Make sure there's none of that paper holding. There's a lot of plastic covering these lollies. So just press that down to either side of your lolly. So it's not right down to the edge, it's just sort of, just a wee bit above it, just a fraction. And it just holds that nice and secure, and then if you put a bit of glue here, this will sit on here and hold it down for you. Takes a wee bit of while to hold it, so be patient. Depending on your glue, of course. If you pop the end of your, it'll give it a good firm tug, because it doesn't actually go the whole way down to the lolly, but it balances this. So you want this to come down and sort of line up with the one underneath. Just hold it. It will take, just be patient. You can see it gives it a nice wee block in there to hold your lollipop. And that's beginning to take now. So, what do you think? Are they worth the bother? I think they are. I really enjoyed making them, even though I messed up his face colour there. But they're lovely and bright and cheerful. I should have done him in green. I don't know what I was thinking. I could nearly swap those two over, couldn't I? But the kids won't mind. And as I say, you have their nice wee names on the back. And they're just a lovely wee set to get, I think. So, I hope you get time to make some. Remember, if you don't have those days, don't worry. You could use another day and extend it the same way, or just cut it yourself. Easy peasy. All the measurements will be on the blog, and everything used linked down below. Thanks for watching now. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye.